What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Regulation F VGC. We got a really cool session today. VENUSAUR actually got added back to the game with the DLC dropping the Indigo disc. And it's probably the best chlorophyll sweeper we have up until now. So, got a team that actually features VENUSAUR. And we also have Walking Wake, which you don't really see very much. So, I'm going to kind of break this team down, and then we're going to hop in some games with this team. It's actually a team by Charizard. I think he watches my channel, so shout out to him. Another really solid team. I actually been having a really difficult time actually finding teams. I'm in one Discord, like content creator Discord server that's actually like has people that are actually like making new teams with the DLC dropping. All the other Discord servers, even like content creator Discord servers I'm in, a lot of them aren't really making any new teams, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm having kind of at least right now at the start of the DLC drop, I'm having a kind of a bad time trying to find teams for you guys to feature for some videos. So, if like a lot of the same teams or like a lot of the same teams by like the same people featured for like the same creators are in videos like with the next 2 or 3 weeks, that's like the only teams I am able to find because kind of lacking on new teams from a lot of the places where I usually get teams. So, it's a team with Drought Ninetales with the Eject Pack, kind of cool. You got the Terra Fire VENUSAUR with the Sleep Powder Weather Ball, which actually turns into like a fire type move with the weather being sun, and then the Giga Drain. Wide Lens too, so you're able to hit 100% Sleep Powder accuracy, or like really close to 100%, which is kind of cool. You got the Walking Wake. I don't think Walking Wake will actually be legal with the Regulation F dropping in about a month, or actually about 3 weeks actually at this point. But it's still really cool to use because you don't really see it that much, so I'm really interested to see how it does. At least when I made a team around with it, I actually did make a Walking Wake team around that mon like about 3 months ago, and it was a really fun team, so it did really well. It was like the star of the team. I got the Chi-Yu with the choice specs, really solid, especially in the sun. Specs, like there's nothing that could switch into this thing. It's gonna be crazy. Whimsicott is back in the game with the Focus Sash, mainly for the Tailwind and more of a manual Sunsetter if you don't want to bring the Ninetales. And I guess if you want to win like a Weather War versus like Tornadus or any of the other weather setters, you can kind of set up manually. And then you got the choice Scarf Landorus, the Terra Flying to kind of round off this team. Kind of, it's really common. See a lot of Landorus on a lot of teams. It's incredibly common. It's kind of one of those mons you just throw it onto a team to round out a team, and can't really go wrong most of the time, especially with Scarf. So that's the team. If you guys want to support the creator of the team, if you guys want to use this team yourself, rental code up in the corner. Let's hop into some games with the team. I'm really curious to see how this team does. Alright, we're here with the game. My opponent has some really cool stuff. He actually has the Latios, Primarina, Hydrapple, Ursaluna, Cresselia, and Incineroar. So like a half Trick Room team and half like, I guess half his team's kind of faster, but mainly like a Trick Room team. So he's pretty weak to VENUSAUR though. VENUSAUR is actually pretty good versus him. Apart from the Latios, VENUSAUR actually kind of wrecks his team, especially if he can put like the Cresselia and stuff to sleep. I think the main problem here, it would probably be like the Latios. The Latios is like the main threat versus my team here, so I think what I'm going to do is I don't know if I should lead with Walking Wake. I wonder if I'm going to check the EV spread on this real quick. It's actually max speed, so it should be, I think it's, let's see what stats actually higher. It's actually a tie. I don't actually know what stats going to be boosted in the sun. Hopefully it's speed, because I think speed would be a lot better here. Hopefully it's that, because they're both the same. I guess Lando ain't too bad here either. I think what I do here is I'm just going to lead Ninetales VENUSAUR. I think that's my lead. I'm going to bring the Chi-Yu, and then I'm going to bring the Walking Wake. I think that's my play here. The Whimsicott's okay, but it kind of gets shut down by a few things on his team. It doesn't really do that much. If you guys like these videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'll keep on bringing you guys. I'm going to try to bring you guys daily uploads. But if not, if I can't get daily uploads, I'm just going to keep on uploading at least every other day for you guys. So that's going to be the plan going forward, as long as I can keep that up. Continue showing support to the vids, and I'll keep on bringing you guys' way. So he actually leads Crest Latios. It actually has Roar, too. This thing actually has Roar. That's kind of cool. I'm actually going to roar out the I'm gonna roar out the Latios. And then I'm gonna try to actually put to sleep the... I mean, I can try to put the Latios to sleep, actually, which I think I might actually do here. I'm actually gonna go back. I'm actually gonna try to roar out the crest here, and then I'm gonna actually put the Latios to sleep. I was gonna say that animation took forever. I almost wanted to say that the safety goggles were gonna pop up. I'm curious, like, does Roar go first? Or it does go first, so he's going for Trick Room. That's what he's trying to do. Because Roar is a negative priority move. So unless the person itself is using a negative priority move, then Roar will always go last. So he's trying to set up the Trick Room. Yeah, he brought the Hydra Apple too. Hydra Apple shiny looks pretty damn cool. The super sweet syrup. Eject pack procs. I'm going right out into Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu here just destroys his team. Chi-Yu eats his team alive. Holy shit. I have a few options here. I'm just going to Dark Pulse. I'm going to Dark Pulse, and I don't have... Unfortunately, I don't have any Poison Stab on this, but I do have Weather Ball, which I think is a Fire-type move, but it's only neutral on the Hydra Apple, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. So I think what I'm actually going to have to do here is I actually have to go after the... I'm just going to get rid of the Latios. I mean, Hydra... Or the Weather Ball should still do a shit ton of damage to the Hydra Apple. I just wish I had a poison type move on this Mon, but that's one thing I realized. You're only running one stab. And you're running the Weather Ball because you're Terrafire. I think the poison stab's really important because there's a lot of grass types and there's a lot of like other like fairy types running around that you kind of need the poison stab for. You get one shot just one shot, that's fine. If I really need to, I can just resend out the Ninetales, that's fine. I'm really shocked he actually has the Rain Dance on his Latios though, for whatever reason. Didn't really expect it to have that. I don't know, I just Dark Pulse here again. I'm gonna Dark Pulse. I don't really give a shit what the Hydra Apple really wants to do here, but I think I'm just gonna go out and get my Sun up again. I think that's my play here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I can also put the Crest to sleep, which I can actually do here. I'm going to double into the Crest. If he somehow lives a Dark Pulse, and he doesn't, so I'd kind of waste my turn. I thought he maybe would live, but he must be running defensive. I think actually gets Hydro Pump. I did not know that. I did not know Hydro Pump, that Hydra Apple gets Hydro Pump. I mean, I guess it makes sense, like, by the name. Hydro Pump, Hydra Apple, I guess that makes sense. I don't really need the Chi-Yu for much anymore. He has Pre-Marina, so the Chi-Yu wouldn't have really done much more anyways, so I'm glad it at least took out 2 Mons. I've got the Walking Wake in the back, which is decent because I'm Terra Poison, so I should be pretty good here. As long as he doesn't get rid of my Weather again, I should be pretty good. I think I'm just going to overheat. I'm going to overheat into the Hydra Apple because I don't really need the Ninetales around. It's kind of just to get rid of something. Then I'll Giga Drain. He might actually Terra on this turn though, but if he Terras, he's going to Terra Fairy. Or Terra Grass, maybe. Maybe he's Terra Grass. That'd be really ballsy to Terra Grass in front of a VENUSAUR, though. He's actually Stellar Terra. Okay. I mean, you still take super effective damage, so it's fine by me. That's like a 2-hit KO. See how much damage this does. It's in the sun, so it shouldn't do that much. It doesn't do anything. That does not do anything. What a waste of a Terra. And he's actually Throat Spray, so I guess that's one way to run Pre-Marina too, is with Throat Spray. I actually forgot about that. Fickle Beam. He got the 80 base power one, not the 160. So I think what I do here is I just helping hand now, because it doesn't really pay. Like, I'm just going to make this match a 1v3. I think he might end up just forfeiting at this point. He's going to protect. Okay. If he gets the 160 power Fickle Beam, he can maybe bring the game back. Hydro Pump, that's not even going to kill me because it's in the sun. Just make the same play as before. He's trying to stall my sun turns out, but like it doesn't matter, because if worst comes to worst, I can just switch out into the Walking Wake, and if I really need my sun, I can get it back up if I want to. But at this point in the game, I don't think I really even need it. It's good to reduce the damage of his water type moves, but like the Walking Wake doesn't really need the sun anymore, because you can hit the Hydra Apple for super effective damage, just drop a Draco and be pretty much good. Stellar Terra Primarina, though. I do not think Stellar Terra Primarina is that good. I think if you want a Terra Primarina, you either go Terra Grass or you go Terra Water or Fairy, just to get the extra damage boost on your stabs. I think Stellar Terra Primarina is not it. Glad to see people trying it out, though, I guess. I think I just Will-O-Wisp here. I'll Will-O-Wisp and then I'll Weather Ball. He's just going to forfeit, that's fine. There's no way he can win, and he doesn't even know my last mon, which was Walking Wake, so it was GG at that point. Not bad, though. Really cool team by my opponent. Really cool. Not bad. Like seeing Hydra Apple, too. I haven't really went against much Hydra Apple, so that's kind of cool seeing that. I'll see you guys in next game. Alright, we are here with another game. I just got done recording like almost a 20-minute match that went to timer, and the fucking scumbag on the enemy team, the guy disconnected because he couldn't stall the game to a timer. So I'm not really in a good mood anymore because I just had 20 minutes of my time pretty much fucking wasted. So I don't think I'm gonna even include that in this video. So, getting off that match and putting that behind us, my opponent actually has Screamtail, Toxapex, Dragonite, Fluttermane, Como-O, and Chi-Yu. Man, I wish this Venusaur actually had a Poison-type move. I think that's my main complaint with this team, is the Venusaur needs a Poison-type move. I would have rather taken the Poison-type move over the Terra Fire Weather Ball. I think the Poison-type is just way better on Venusaur, I really do. At least from a lot of the games I've played, because I just need the Sludge Bomb a lot more than the Weather Ball most times. I don't know what I actually bring here, though. I think what I do is I'm going to actually bring Whimsicott. I'm going to bring Whimsicott. I think Whimsicott... I guess Chi-Yu ain't too bad here. I'll bring Whimsicott Walking Wake lead. I'm going to bring the Venusaur in the back. And then I think I actually bring Landorus here. Is actually pretty good. And hopefully the game does not go almost down to a timer and then my opponent rage quits on me and then waste my entire, like, 20 minutes of my time. So hopefully it isn't the case. Must be some new, there must be a bunch of new gear in the game too, because a lot of people have a bunch of new, like, trainer gear. This guy has, like, a bunch of new appearance, like, new haircut. I've never seen that haircut before. Same with that hair color. That must be a new hair color. It looks like I'm going to have to update my trainer avatar again because some cool stuff in the game. I'm going to have to go check out all the new gear they added with the DLC. So he leads with this. He leads with the Dragonite and the Screamtail here. I have two options here. I can either set up my Sunny Day, but then I also give him a Photosynthesis boost. Which I think I might actually do. I know that the Walking Wake here, I think I have to Terra on the Walking Wake because otherwise it gets destroyed. I'm going to Sunny Day here, and then I'm going to Terra Poison. I'm not going to go after the Dragonite turn 1 because he might Terra Steel or Terra Normal. I think I'm just going to Hydro Steam the Jigglypuff. Or the Screamtail. I don't know, he named the Screamtail Jigglypuff. That's kind of funny. Oh, he's actually running a lot of speed, so he actually outspeeds me. I get special attack boost, but we'll see if he has a psychic type move. He has Perish Song. Does a lot of damage. He's running a really speedy Jigglypuff, though. And it has Citrus. Who the Dragonite has? Wrap. He is running Perish Song Wrap Dragonite. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, looks like I'm doubling up into the Dragonite this turn, I think. Either he's going to Protect. He might actually have Protect just to stall out, actually. But if he was to Protect, I think he wants to go for Wrap again, so I'm stuck in here. So that's why I'm going to just double into the Dragonite here. I'm actually just going to drop a Draco here. Because I'm going to try to probably switch this next turn. He's going to double Protect, probably. Oh, he's not. He's going to actually stay. So I can break his multi-scale here. And then drop a Draco and get this thing out of here. Wrap Perish Song. It is a brand new meta, everybody. I have never went against that. I think what I do here is I keep the Whimsicott in. Like, the Whimsicott can stay in for one more turn. Depends what he sends out. We'll see what he sends out first, because I kind of want to get rid of the Walking Wake and swap that out into the VENUSAUR, but I don't know if I can get it in for free. I definitely want to swap it out now, actually, because I gave him a free special attack boost, which is kind of scary, but I'm just going to Tailwind here. I'm going to Tailwind, and then I'm going to swap out into the VENUSAUR. Judging he's running Wrap Dragonite too, he's probably running some crazy shit on his Flutter Mane. But he's gonna actually withdraw, so that's good. Mercy the Great. I mean, that ain't too bad, because I have... As long as the VENUSAUR doesn't get one-shotted here, that isn't the worst thing. Because I can start putting shit to sleep. Wish. He's running Wish Flutter Mane. What a baller. Unfortunately, I gotta swap the Whimsicott out, unfortunately. I'm gonna go into the Walking Wake, and hopefully he doesn't destroy me. And then I'm just gonna put the Toxapex to sleep. I think how Baneful Bunker works is it doesn't block against status moves, so I'm still able to put him to sleep. I think it only blocks against contact and, like, special moves. So we know all of his mons now. I think I should be able to win the game still. I have the Landorus in the back too, which is pretty good. It just comes down to if he can stall me out. He's running double Perish Song. Okay. I mean, something on his side is going to be dropping here because he can't swap both of them out. So, like, something's going to die on his side. I think what I do is just... I need to just get rid of the Flutter Mane. I think the Flutter Mane's a bigger threat to the Landorus than the Toxapex is. I think that's what I do. He might actually Protect, too. He might actually Protect, but... I mean, the Toxapex is asleep. He's going to withdraw. So he's taking double damage here. I mean, this thing's dead. You're not living. You're not living. It kind of just comes down to what I really want to keep around too, because I can only swap out one mon on my side. So it comes down to if I want to keep the Walking Wake around or if I want to keep the VENUSAUR around. I think the VENUSAUR has more value because I can just put a bunch of shit on his side to sleep. I outspeed the Toxapex. And I guess not anymore because I'm trapped in now. Guess that ain't working. I guess that's not gonna work. So something's gonna die on my side, I guess. I thought I'd be able to keep some stuff, but it's all dead. I guess if it's because of the infestation. I don't know how many turns do I have? I think I have 2 turns left, so I'm just gonna Hydro Steam the Flutter Mane. He's probably gonna protect again. I'm gonna try to put something to sleep. Baneful Bunker. I think Sleep Powder goes through Baneful Bunker, actually. He's running a really, really bulky Flutter Mane. That did nothing. It doesn't. Status does not go through Baneful Bunker, everybody. It's weird. I mean, the VENUSAUR is dead on this turn anyways. I guess I can keep the Walking Wake around because it has 1 good hit in it left. So I can maybe swap it out here for I don't really want to go into the Whimsicott because it'll break my sash. But I don't know if it really matters that much at this point, so I'm just going to go into the Whimsicott. I don't really need it for much anyways, to maybe, apart from maybe just getting Tailwind or the Sun Up. The VENUSAUR is dead here, so I kind of just need it for damage or to put something to sleep again. So I'm just going to try to put the Toxapex to sleep again. This guy is running like a full-on like fucking stall Perish trap team. He gets the double Baneful Bunker, wow. And he has Pain Spikes. I don't know if that really matters much. He didn't get much back. I just lost the VENUSAUR for pretty much nothing now, so that sucks. I got no value. I got no value in the last 2 turns. He's dead too, though, so I mean, that's a good thing. Maybe I should have just tried to put the Flutter Mane to sleep. Maybe that would have been a little bit better, but I don't know how much it really mattered. I can go into the Walking Wake here. I have 1 more hit left in the Walking Wake, so I should be able to try to do at least a little bit of damage. I think at this point, what I do is I just Moonblast. He's running a bulky Flutter Mane. I don't even think he has any speed investment with how much bulk he has, it seems. Because, like, my shit's not doing much to him. He's taking barely any damage. I'm just gonna Hydro Steam here. Some damage. He got a special attack drop. That's huge. I don't think there's any way he can win here anymore either because of Perish Song. I guess if he gets some health back here, he can still maybe win. See how much health he gets back. Yeah, he doesn't. He gets a decent amount of health back, but I actually live. I live on 2, so I'm able to go after him one more time. Just Moonblast and Hydro Steam again. If I can get like 2 high rolls, I think we can win. Plus, I still have the Landorus in the back, which should still do a decent amount of damage. Because I'm hitting him on the special side, and he has a bunch of F investment, it looks like. I finally get a high roll. Props to the Walking Wake, finally winning us the game. What a toxic, like, stall-ass fucking team for my opponent. Perish Song, Toxapex, fucking stall, flippy-floppy fucking garbage. Guys running Wish, like, max SpDef, max defense, and HP, like, Flutter Mane with Wish and a bunch of other Perish Song garbage. I haven't seen that in forever. Still won though. We played that really good. It took forever to win, but played it really well and we got the dub, so not even bad. I'll throw probably one more game in this video since this match went forever. I usually want to try to throw like 4 games into a video if they're pretty short, but if one of the games goes really long like this one did, I usually have time to throw like 3 in it, otherwise the video gets way too long for you guys. So I'll throw one more match in this video and I'll try to make it a really good one. Alright, we are here with one final game. My opponent has a really cool team. He's running like a half Trick Room team, like half Tailwind team, it seems. He has the Tornadus, Conkeldurr, Archlodon, Farigiraf, Roaring Bolt, a Raging Bolt, and the Incineroar, so. The good thing is he's really weak to Sun, so that's one good thing. He doesn't have much for Sun. I think the main thing he's probably going to bring to try to check Sun is probably the Raging Bolt. So he's going to bring that 100%. I think what I do is actually lead Landorus. Landorus is actually really good versus him as well. I can U-turn out on a lot of his stuff, and a lot of things on his team are either weak to flying or ground, so that's really good. And if the stuff that's flying, like the Tornadus, is also weak to rock-type moves, so depends what he brings, but I can kind of lock myself into whatever I really need. It's pretty solid here. I think the Whimsicott. I'll bring the Whimsicott. I think the Manual Sun's going to be a little bit better than the Ninetales here. The Walking Wake I'll bring. I think that's solid here. It comes down to either if I want to bring Venusaur or if I want to bring Chi-Yu here. I think I'll bring Chi-Yu. I think I'll bring Chi-Yu over the Venusaur. You get one more dub. So far we're 2-0. We're doing pretty damn good. That last game was really difficult though. That was we just played really well. Otherwise we would have lost. So he brings with this. He leads Archlodon and Tornadus. I think that's actually shiny Archlodon too. Shiny looks kind of shitty. It's not really the greatest looking shiny if I'm being real. I have a few options here. I can either Rock Slide or I can just full up Stomping Tantrum, which I think is what I'm going to do here. I have the Focus Sash, so I'm not really too worried about anything. I'm just going to Tailwind and try to mirror his Tailwind. I'm not going to set up Sun turn 1 because he might predict that. Oh, he's going to throw up the Rain. Okay, that's actually kind of scary because this thing actually has an exclusive move that actually boosts its special attack. That's taking a fuck ton of damage though. You're dead. I think under Tailwind, I think he's not going to be able to outspeed. Flash Cannon, I live because of the Sash, but it's the Stamina boost too, that's fine though. He might Protect on this turn, but I'm just going to get my Sun up here. Change the weather, that way he doesn't have 100% accurate Bleak Wind Storms and he can't use an exclusive move. I forgot what the exclusive move's name actually is, but the Archlodon actually has a move that boosts its special attack. It's like a 2-turn move. But like in the rain, it's a 1-turn move. Let's get rid of it. He doesn't even bother protecting. That's fine. I don't think Archlodon's that good. I think it's a really overrated mon. It takes way too much to make it work. I think it's really way too Terra reliant on a Terra type to really do anything. Get the Sun up now though. I mean, I have 2 options here. It depends what else he has in the back. If he has the Raging Bolt in the back, ain't gonna be too bad. I think I go into Chi-Yu. I'm gonna go into Chi-Yu here. I think the only shitty thing is he's able to get rid of my weather. So like I'm not gonna be able to hit as hard here. But like if he switches my weather, then like he's guaranteed to be dead pretty much here. I'm locked into Stomping Tantrum too, so I'm forced to go after the Farigiraf. He might actually just Terra the Farigiraf too, but what I'm going to do here is I predict him to go for the Rain Dance, so I'm just going to Dark Pulse. I'm Specs Dark Pulse, I'm just going to go for it on the Tornadus. It should one-shot him. I don't want to lock myself into a fire move because he might switch. He's not even going to bother. He's just going to switch out. Okay, you're taking a Specs Dark Pulse, bud. You're not going to want to eat this. Raging Bolt looks really cool, though. Really cool design. I really like it. Gonna protect. That's fine. It's completely fine by me. You're going to be eating a Specs Dark Pulse, bud. You're not going to want to eat that. That's a 2-hit KO. It's crazy. I'm just going to Stomping Tantrum again. I'm going to Stomping Tantrum the Raging Bolt because even if he wants to go for Thunderclap, he can't affect me because I'm a ground type. And then I'm just going to Dark Pulse the Frigoraph. If the Frigoraph wants to live, he's forced to Terra here. He's going to try to get up his Trick Room. I think that's what he's trying to do. But like, I can't let him get up Trick Room here. It's going to be really difficult for him to do that. He's not even going to Terra, too. Like, this is Specs Dark Pulse. You're dead. You're not living. No matter how defensive and special defensive you are, you're not living a Specs Dark Pulse for Chiyu. Believe me, I tried. I tried when I built a team around Frigoraph and had that on one of my teams. You can't live it unless you're like Terra Fairy or like a different Terra. So he goes into this again. I'm just going to Stomping Tantrum. I'm going to keep the Landorus in until I need to switch it out. I can switch it out for the Walking Wake and get my Scarf reset, so I'm just going to Dark Pulse again. He's just going to surrender. I mean, there was still a small chance he could have won there. He could have got rid of my weather, and he still could have maybe won. I don't know. I feel like he surrendered a little bit too early there. He had a small chance to win. He didn't even know my last Mon. If my last Mon was VENUSAUR there and he got rid of my weather, he would have still had a really solid chance of winning. So I feel like he surrendered way too early. I don't know. Or at least he would have had a chance to win. I don't think he would have won because he would have had to eat a Dark Pulse if he would have switched my weather, but I'm not sure. Not bad, though. Let's talk a little bit about this team. Overall, this team did pretty damn well. I don't know how many games you guys are going to see. Probably like 2 or 3. I know I had a few longer matches. I had somebody that also fucking rage quitted on me and wasted like 20 minutes of my time after I got stalled out by them, and I was going to end up winning the game probably, and they just ended up leaving because they couldn't stall me out anymore. Scumbags, but overall, really solid team. I think the only complaints I have is I know that maybe this team was thrown together really fast, but a few of the moves on these Mons are not PP maxed. I think the Overheat, there's a few other moves that don't have like PP max that can maybe potentially get PP stalled out. So that's one thing I would maybe change. That's a minor change, so that's easy to fix. And the only other thing I did not really like is that the VENUSAUR has no Poison Stab. I think the Poison Stab right now, with how many grass types there are running around, stuff like Ogre Pawn, a lot of fairy types, and that type of thing, you really need Poison Stab. But at the same time, I don't know where you'd really throw that on this moveset. I think if you really want to run Terra Fire, it would just mainly be for like a defensive Terra without the Weather Ball. At least for me, I'd probably get rid of the Weather Ball because I didn't really use it that much. And you have a Fire type on this team already. You actually have 2 Fire types that also have Fire type moves. I just think mainly the Fire Terra type on the VENUSAUR could be just a defensive Terra that you don't really need to use in like any offensive moves for. But I understand why the Weather Ball is there, but I just didn't really use it that much, at least playing the majority of my games. I don't think I used Weather Ball that much. It's just mainly for chip damage once in a while, and it really didn't do much because I didn't Terra. So if I was Terraing something on this team too, it was mainly either the Chiyu, the Walking Wake, or the Landorus. I didn't really Terra the VENUSAUR that much. It was mainly to put stuff to sleep and then start doing a bunch of damage. That's all it really was mainly to do, but solid Mon. The wide lens makes sense. Didn't miss a single sleep powder out of the entire time I played it, so that's great. Specs Chiyu on this team hits like a truck, especially under Tailwind and with the sun's up. There's not much that lives like a heat wave under the sun with Specs, or even like a Dark Pulse for that matter. It's just hits so damn hard with the amount of damage it does. The Walking Wake's really cool too. Terra Poison saved me a few times. I think the Terra Poison's really solid. You kind of really need the sun to be up, though. I kind of feel like the damage was a little bit lacking at times, just with no sun, but it still does really solid damage. I think that was just mainly me, because I was going against a lot more of a, like, bulky Mons as well than most times I was using it, so it's kind of hard to break through a lot of that with no sun up. Got the Scarf Landorus. Scarf Landorus is really good. consistent every single time I brought it. It was really solid. And then the Whimsicott was really good as well. Mainly for when the enemy team had some type of weather and you didn't want to really bring the Ninetales. I think the Whimsicott was really good, just mainly for the Tailwind and the weather at the same time, which made it a little bit more unique over the Ninetales, which is great to have. Overall, really solid team. If you guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner, support the creator, check it out. If you guys want a really fun team to play with the Sun team and with a Walking Wake, which you don't really see played very much or on many teams. Apart from that, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. At least when you guys are seeing this, I should have a few teams almost done, if not already done. I got a team I'm making around Superior Entei, and I got a Sand team on the way with, I think, Tyranitar that I'm going to be putting together. And I got a Rain team around Raikou and a few other things that I'm currently working on. So, got a bunch of my own teams on the way. I'll be featuring some other teams that I do find as well in the next few days. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.